Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So it's looking like that Bitcoin trend is continuing to the upside, guys. We have seen, a bit of a retracement today, Saturday, September the 14th. However, this last week and, especially yesterday, we did see a significant move to the upside for Bitcoin. It did increase quite a bit yesterday, actually. If we were to look in the morning here, we did actually see Bitcoin increase just on the day almost 5%. So we are seeing that retrace occur a little bit now. And you guys can see those volume bars down there. Very, very positive sign that we are going to get this momentum back up and going for the King Crypto. And guys, ultimately what that means, more momentum for the altcoin market, including XRP. Again, the test at this point, getting back up above this level here, $65,000. If we can do that, that is a good sign that we are going to continue making our way to the upside and hopefully leaving this downward channel behind. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We have seen a lot of impressive Bitcoin movement over the last week. Hopefully that does continue, guys. You can see Fear and Greed Index, we are now up a little bit since yesterday, still in fear, but that number is slowly moving up. We are clocking in at 38. Market cap is up as well by a little bit, $2.09 trillion. That's up by 2.88%. 24-hour volume, that is up by over 10% to $65.06 billion. Bitcoin dominance staying strong too, 56.5%. So the money's got to go into Bitcoin first. Then it goes into altcoins. You can see, though, pretty much a sea of green on the chart today. Bitcoin is up 3.44 within the last 24 hours. Ethereum's up 3.1. We got BNB coin that is up by just over 1%. Solana is up 3.7. XRP is up 3.6. Single-digit increases. I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to complain at this point. We are just, waiting for that next move to the upside. Of course, now all eyes are on the economy. Bitcoin's price rose as reports indicated that the Fed could begin lowering interest rates with a 50% point cut. So this is what is spurring on market activity. This is not just Bitcoin, this is broader markets too. So the Bitcoin price did rise on Friday, hitting its highest mark since the start of September as traders grew more confident that the Federal Reserve's upcoming meeting would yield a jumbo-sized rate cut, with Bitcoin's price nearing $60,000, reaching as high as $59,700, up 2.5% on the day. The increase represented a reversal of September losses, seen as government data stoked worries of a weakening U.S. economy. And then just down here, it's saying the Federal Reserve is widely expected to lower the benchmark rate last week, loosening monetary conditions for the first time since 2020. Traders had anticipated this initial cut of 25 basis points after the Fed officials signed a measured approach to lowering borrowing costs. So guys, all eyes are on the Fed right now. Traders now view the Fed's decision next week as a relative toss-up, so I guess they're 50-50 on that. The possibility of a 50 basis point rate cut strengthened to Friday, 43%, rising from 28% just a day before that. So I guess, they're saying it was lower now. It is more likely they are going to make that cut, which will, in fact, bring markets up even higher. It'll be cheaper to borrow money. People will have more confidence to do so. That money will likely go into stock markets. Let me bring up the Russell, because sometimes we have to look at, the broader picture here. You guys can see the Russell 2000 over the last 3 days looking very, very bullish too. So, we're seeing it in many different markets here. The S&P 500 as well, 5 bullish candlesticks in a row. And let's take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is also seeing bullish momentum to the upside. So it's happening in traditional markets. It is happening with Bitcoin. But the other thing, guys, we should be taking a look at is Bitcoin adoption. This is coming from Blockchain Daily here. Bitcoin adoption versus internet adoption throughout the years. So you guys can see it's comparing Bitcoin users to internet users in the early days. And, it's showing here Bitcoin users, or rather crypto users as a whole, are going to be outpacing internet usage in the early days. Again, if you were to compare the internet in 1999, that is what they were comparing Bitcoin and where Bitcoin is or was in 2023. So currently we're in 2024. We still don't have those numbers in. But as you guys can see, an accelerated rate for Bitcoin adoption. And really, that is going to extend to cryptocurrency adoption. We've got real utility coins like XRP also making their way up today, 58.5, or rather 58.6 for one XRP. So XRP is seeing a bullish move to the upside. I think that is getting some people in the XRP community fairly excited. You guys can see that trend line. We are trading well above that trend line now. So very, very positive momentum for XRP moving forward. Bitcoin adoption translates to crypto adoption. And all this, I mean, a lot of it does hinge on what happens in the US with regards to the regulatory clarity. Well, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, made an important declaration emphasizing that the company's multi-year lawsuit against the SEC is over. So for those of you guys wondering, is there going to be an appeal or whether it matters or not, Stuart Alderati came out on X yesterday stating that the Ripple case is over. The Ripple CLO commentary suggests that the lawsuit has finally reached its conclusion. Recall that the ruling judge of the lawsuit, Judge Annalisa Torres, issued the highly anticipated final judgment on August the 7th. This verdict marked the end of the legal tussle in federal court. The final judgment suggested that Ripple was to pay $125 million. And according to Alderati, while the lawsuit is over, the fair notice defense Ripple used in the case is still relevant for companies. This suggests that other companies embroiled in SEC litigation can leverage the document to bolster their defense. It bears mentioning that a company usually adopts a fair notice defense to argue that a regulator did not provide adequate notice to the industry. In the Ripple case, the company used the defense to argue that the SEC did not notify the industry that crypto assets like XRP could be regulated under securities laws. So Stuart Alderati here basically saying, it is over. There's no more really to talk about here. This on the heels of the SEC releasing this clarification apology. I don't know what it is really from yesterday. I did talk about it a little bit yesterday, but many prominent people in the XRP community have been coming out, like Meta Lawman. This is incredible. The SEC says it regrets any confusion it may have invited by inventing the term crypto asset security. And I do believe Stuart Alderati did have a comment on that too. But Meta Lawman is saying this is the logical and foreseeable consequence when they embarked on a make it up as you go along enforcement strategy. It was bound to bite them in the butt in the end, wasn't it? Where's the apology for destroying American companies, damaging our reputation for innovation, and crushing U.S. investors? So he was just retweeting Paul Grual's tweet here that I did talk about in yesterday's video. If you guys didn't catch that, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. And some people commenting like Michelle511, I think eToro should have fought their position rather than cave in. Meta Lawman saying, yes, hard to figure with an election in less than 2 months out that they could potentially change everything on crypto enforcement. Crushing global investors, in particular XRP holders around the world. The SEC and Gary Gensler have destroyed the finances of thousands of investors around the world rather than protecting them. Meta Lawman saying, yes, correct on all counts. So, it isn't a good look for the SEC. Jungle Inc. Saying that his final predictions, SEC versus Ripple, even though Stuart Alderati has said, this is done, this is a done deal. I mean, that is good at least for XRP holders. But, technically, there are still things that could happen. I foresee a settlement where Ripple agrees to alter ODL, he says. They may not use their own XRP, but will source only from secondary markets. So that is a bit of a point of contention. Expect clauses about the RLUSD to avoid security status, no built-in yield bearing. The SEC can claim victory focusing on exchanges. While XRP was not a security, they found ways Ripple sold it as such. They will try to duplicate this with exchanges. Reading the tea leaves here, rebrand ODL, shift development focus, and agreement for escrow for penalties. Just a keyboard warrior, not a lawyer. Watch closely as the signs unfold. So that's just Jungle Inc.'s perspective on this. Bill Morgan coming out saying, the parties can settle rather than exercise appeal rights, and anything can be a term of settlement agreement, but I have not seen the SEC settle any enforcement matter in crypto in such a matter. And Sherry here saying, it would not benefit Ripple whatsoever to concede in doing things differently with ODL just to pursue the SEC not to appeal. So is it really likely that Ripple, that it's in Ripple's best interest to even do this? If the SEC were to allow for Ripple to use XRP off secondary markets, then Coinbase and Binance would get a major advantage in their lawsuits. And Mike Manfield also responding, this could be true, but I wonder if Ripple hasn't already worked out a way to get around this problem, regardless of what the SEC do to them, being so inept at doing the job they're paid to do, i.e. protecting the investing public. And Sherry here responding for ODL, then had other, it's a bit of a grammatical thing, and then had other tokens are being used in the US contracts, i.e. USDT. With RLUSD coming in, it will be simple. It will be a simple switch, and there's nothing the SEC can do about it other than sue Ripple again. So, I'm pretty confident that Ripple has, gone to extreme lengths at this point to protect RLUSD. so that it's already within the framework to be a regulated stablecoin in the United States. I don't think they would be taking any chances, especially not in 2024. Sherry here also expressing something that I thought was kind of interesting too. I believe it is time for me to explain something that I have been saying in random comment sections pertaining to the reason the SEC might need to appeal the ruling in the Ripple case. And guys, this goes to their bigger point because they are currently suing other cryptocurrency firms. If the SEC does not appeal, then it could harm their other crypto-related cases, she said. This is the reason why. So James K. Filan did post this on the day that we did get the XRP verdict. XRP community, this is to me the most important part of the decision. Programmatic sales are not securities, and because a programmatic buyer stood in the same shoes as a secondary market purchaser, secondary market sales are not investment contracts. So not securities. While the programmatic sales are not secondary market sales, there is an almost reverse psychology argument here in what Judge Torres has determined. What everyone needs to understand is secondary market sales were never litigated in the Ripple case. As for the Binance case, the SEC's revision on their position regarding the inherent nature of cryptocurrency does not benefit Ripple. In my opinion, it shows the genius of Judge Torres since she figured it out first as a means to support her breaking down the difference in sales. And so moving forward, that is going to play an important role. And, this is why Sherry is also saying that the SEC will now, even if they don't want to, almost be forced to appeal the ruling. So a very interesting point of view here. Wanted to thank Sherry, of course, Jungle Inc., Bill Morgan, Metalama, and everybody involved here, Michael Branch, so on and so forth. Guys, I also happen to see this with regards to another great cryptocurrency project, Vechain. They are forging big partnerships. This one coming from Eisenreich. Now, they were already partnered with the UFC, but they are expanding their UFC partnership for V-Better sustainability applications. Right down here, the world-leading mixed martial arts organization UFC has announced a strategic upgrade to its partnership with enterprise-grade blockchain firm Vechain. According to the report, this collaboration would advance the V-Better ecosystem while achieving its long-term sustainability goals using groundbreaking solutions. So it is official. We're excited to announce the upgrade to our global partnership with the UFC, a huge organization, guys, powered by incentive-based applications. V-Better uses tokenization technology to turn real-world actions into value. And just to put things into perspective, guys, I asked Google, how much is the UFC worth? And from this article here from Forbes, they are saying $11.3 billion. Yes, billion with a B. And down here, as of April 2023, UFC, primarily involved in mixed martial arts, is valued at $11.3 billion, while WWE, known for professional wrestling, stands at $6.8 billion. So almost double of what the WWE is worth. Then you got to think Vechain is exclusively partnered with this particular organization. So, Vechain, part of my legacy portfolio, I was trading this back in 2021. Also part of the $15,000 plus portfolio that you can find over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's where we're discussing our plans for this current bull run. I just posted another update for my Patreon subscribers yesterday. You guys can see too, Vechain still trading at a steal of a deal in and around just over 2 cents right now. So a lot of these altcoins are poised, ready to move. Once we do see that market move, we are just going to see this thing pop. This is the total 3. Since March, it is also down about almost 30%, 26.9%. So a lot of room here for those altcoins to really move. Anyway, wanted to thank Eisenreich for pointing that out. Guys, new news here from Ripple and Bitstamp. We are launching our own derivatives exchange. This is Eva Gartner from Bitstamp. Listen to this.
We're launching our own derivatives exchange in the next few months. So that's something we are most excited about and really hope to cooperate closely with Ripple there as well.
So just a quick clip there, launching a derivatives exchange and also looking forward to their cooperation with Ripple. So it's looking as though this Ripple Bitstamp collaboration is formulating into something that is going to be very, very exciting in the near future. So wanted to thank XRP Drops just for bringing that up, guys. If you have not packed your bags yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I mean, we've been seeing such low prices for XRP for the last little while now, a significant downturn for XRP price since Bitcoin did reach that new all-time high. Great opportunities where XRP was trading under 40 cents. And I mean, don't take it from me. Greg Mannarino is saying the same. Now, for those of you guys who do not know who Greg is, I just wanted to put some things into perspective here. This was a video I did from back in April of 2020. So right at the beginning of the pandemic, guys, this is what Greg had to say. Okay, so let me start off with this tweet from Gregory Mannarino. He says, the banks will have no mercy on anyone. We witnessed entire families, the elderly, being dragged from their homes in '08, thrown into the streets. Get ready for a big repeat performance. Essentially what Gregory is stating here is that everybody is on their own. If you have money and are able to weather this storm, you'll get out okay. If you do not have money, you are going to be in for a world of hurt. Some people chiming in down here, buy land in crypto and hide in a cave for 5 years. Some of these are clearly tongue-in-cheek responses, but really one does have to look at their portfolio and see where they can potentially trim the fat. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys as some context on where Greg stood back in April of 2020. Remember, we only locked down back in March of 2020, so this was only 1 month in, and we did not know, I don't think many of us did know at that time how bad it could have gotten. Well, fast forward 4 years into the future, here we are now. Guys, another tweet from Greg Mannarino from guess when? April 14th, 2021. Okay, this is when I posted this video. He originally tweeted this on April the 13th, 2021. And need I remind you what day that was? April 13th, 14th, 2021. This is the XRP chart on the daily, by the way. Was right in and around here. Yes, 13th, 14th. Guys, check it out. That's when XRP reached its high in the bull run of 2021. The exact day, basically pinpointing it exactly. And listen to what Greg had to say. Stephen Bouldier posts this on Twitter. Congratulations to XRP hodlers. Greg nailed it to the wall. And I got to play you this clip from Greg Mannarino, guys. He is part of the XRP community. He does have a website, traderschoice.net. Let me play you this clip real quick.
Bitcoin is over almost 63,000. XRP taking off yet again. Congratulations to all of you who held XRP when I said don't sell it as it was plunging, and who added to your positions. I added to mine. Look, people, I got you covered like you have no idea. We're never going to lose. We're never going to lose. It's impossible. It's impossible for us to lose. And I love it.
Greg here saying it is impossible for us to lose, and I love it. Now, guys, again, that was the day XRP did reach that inter-year high. Little did we know that was as high as it was going to go, that bull run. Well, fast forward to today, guys, and Black Swan Capitalist here, Vechain, he wrote this. He's right, rigging the dollar and debt market will only accelerate the shift towards solutions like XRP, where central banks can tokenize and settle their debts, adding additional value to XRP's use case and its price. Get with the program, people. This is a more recent clip, guys, of Greg Mannarino saying this. Pay attention.
Rigging here of the debt market and the dollar being a unit of debt. We haven't seen anything yet. Now, with regard to that, you know how I operate, people. I tell you exactly what I am doing. Do you see this? I did buy more XRP, added to my position in XRP. I would suggest if you're... look, I'm not telling you guys and girls what to do, but I would suggest that you ponder having some exposure to the cryptocurrency space here. Again, you know how I feel about XRP. I've spoken about it a million times.
I don't know if you guys could see that there. It looks like he purchased in and around 56 cents. If I can get that in focus there, 56.52. A more recent video, it looks as though he nailed the top back in 2021. And whether it was yesterday or even last week, XRP was still trading in and around 56 cents. Today, guys, we're getting close back up towards 59, 60 cents. So I don't know. I mean, this is the guy who pinpointed the top in 2021. And he's been reaccumulating XRP in 2024. And I love when he says, we can't lose. Those are words to live by.
I got you covered like you have no idea. We're never going to lose. We're never going to lose. It's impossible. It's impossible for us to lose. And I love it.
It's impossible, folks. Well, he's saying it's impossible. It is just his opinion. And it's my opinion too. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.